So I'll tell you what was the most exciting part about that pig hunt. AGM Global came forward with some awesome optics that made this hunt go from a daytime fun to a nighttime extravaganza. Having this kind of equipment was the game changer of operating during the day or rolling into the night with an extreme advantage. When you've got night vision on your face and thermals on your gun, there's nothing that can hide from you. So after the sun set on that pig hunt, we switched over to our night vision and thermals. With our night vision, we had a PVS 14 and then we had a Bino edition. Both of them performed really well. However, with that kind of overcast, it's hard to see without some kind of ambient light. Night vision relies on the ambient light and echoes it kind of like a cat's eye does. So with that overcast we had, it really put a damper on the ability with our night vision. So we had the choice of rolling into IR lights or moving into thermals. And thermals really got a chance to shine. So first off, some pros is the PVS 14s, the single eye monocular. What makes it so useful is that it's very multi-purpose. I can snap it onto my helmet. If anything happens, I need to flip up my helmet. I still have one eye that's adapted to night. Also, I can snap it onto my rifle. I can snap it onto the front side of a camera. There's a lot of various purpose I can use with the PVS 14. Now, if you're one of the really cool guys who likes the dual eye, costs a little bit more, but the benefits of having depth perception with both eyes is unmatched. In addition to the clarity they provide, having one eye focused in a little tighter, one eye a little bit further, allows you to focus on a pistol sight while shooting at distance, or allows you to quick glance at your weapon and see the condition of it, and then focus back in on a target, because you're able to manipulate both eyes separately, which is really beneficial at nighttime. So when thermal had to really shine through for us because we had a lack of ambient light, we snapped on a dedicated thermal optic to this rifle, and we snapped on a clip-on device onto this rifle. Where clip-ons shine is that you get to use the same optic you use during the day that you shoot distance with, that you've built a good comfort with, and add a clip-on. And once the clip-on is on there, usually you won't get much of a shift between your zeros with and without that clip-on. So easy solution, sticks to the same ballistics, same optic, easy turrets, everything you're comfortable with. When you move over to a dedicated, what I find is that I get more clarity out of a dedicated. One, because I'm not clipping it onto a system that's designed for something else. This system has been specifically made to zero, to have the reticle of your choosing, and you get to choose between the different light options, the different color coordinations of it. All of these things make for a robust and very easy to use system. Powering on the optic is also very easy, which is very important to me, because how long you have to snap up your rifle, especially thermals that need a power on moment, these power up very quickly. So by the time I turn it on and get settled into my position, my optic is already running and I don't have to worry about it shutting off. So having that thermal, we're out there looking for these pigs. It's one thing when you've got night vision and you're seeing clarity and you're moving around in your vehicle or driving with blacked out lights. You can't do that if you don't have the aid of night vision. But then finding that game animal, those thermals was a game changer. Being able to see even rabbits move around in the brush. There was a scenario where we were watching one of the pig spots that we were sure there was gonna be pigs. Even though there wasn't, we were spotting mice chasing each other at about 150 yards, moving from bush to bush, these little tiny field mice that couldn't have been more than a couple ounces each. Having that kind of clarity means nothing can hide from you. And when we saw that pig, there was no question about it. There was no possibility it was another animal. In that event that it could have been another animal, we used that thermal to identify what it was we were looking at in the distance, and what at first looked like pigs turned out to be ram, stuff that you don't want to be shooting at night. And the thermals gave us that extra clarity to help ID the correct animal. So AGM Global Vision also provided us with these rim-saw laser aiming devices. And what made these so valuable to us is that not only did they have a daytime laser, they also had a nighttime laser, one that can only be seen with IR. With the daytime laser, it gave us an opportunity to align our daytime optics, leave the laser on, remove our daytime optics, and then place our nighttime optics on our weapon and see that we had no shift because the laser still aligned. You can't do that without firing a few rounds unless you've got a laser aiming device that is consistent and solid. Also, some of the features they put in that optic is that it has a cone, so you can adjust your field of view and the cone light of your IR light. The IR floodlight helped us see at night when we lost all ambient light. In addition to that, having an IR laser so that only we could see what we were aiming at made for solid communication. So when one of the guys thought he saw a pig, we could point our IR laser at where we were looking at, and we could key up on the same device without even talking about it. Having that IR is an asset. That feeling and that moment when you know you've got this pig, there's nothing else like it. And to have the clarity in your optic to know and to trust that where you send that round in the dark is going to go somewhere safe and do the job you intend to do, words can't express how important that is when you're night hunting. So thank you AGM Global Vision for bringing forth this awesome optics that brought us from guys wandering around in the light with some flashlights to having really good equipment and making solid kills.